Hi, so welcome to the first self-isolation, self-socialization vlog, social distancing vlog. I'm pretty late to the game on these because, everybody's bored and everybody's making YouTube videos now, so. But, the world is falling to shit and my anxiety was bad, so I didn't really even want to get out of bed for the past, 2 weeks. I've mostly been hibernating. So I just kind of wanted to make a quick video to see how people were doing and to explain the situation I'm in, mostly for myself because I think this might be a bit interesting to watch back later on when all of this is hopefully over. Hopefully this year, probably next year. So hi, the world is going to shit. 2020 has not been the best year so far and I am now stuck at home, which isn't really anything new for me. I pretty much stay at home anyway because of anxiety, but now I'm forced to stay at home. So some quick context. So I'm in one of the high risk groups for underlying health conditions. Obviously I'm not over 75, I'm 20. But yeah, I was diagnosed with asthma when I was 2, which for people who don't know is very young to be diagnosed with asthma. Essentially my lungs and respiratory system was so shit, I kept getting pneumonia. From what I've been told by various family members, I had pneumonia at least 4 times. So it was very bad when I was younger, and luckily it has kind of leveled out a bit, but this is a respiratory virus going around. If I catch this or even the flu, for example, I caught the flu once and that was one of the times I got pneumonia and nearly died, so not fun. So I've always been extra careful anyway when it comes to flu season, so I was already kind of stocked up on food and stuff a little bit when this hit. This isn't really anything new for me. I'm always a bit careful when it comes to flu season anyway, but obviously this is a whole new other scale, mostly because there isn't a vaccine for it yet and there is no way of protecting vulnerable people from it yet, apart from the social distancing aspect. So that means I have been stuck at home for the past week or so. For people who are not in the UK, our Prime Minister Boris Johnson, good old Johnsy boy, the guy who ziplined across London a few years ago. Ironically, that was the first time I ever heard of him. I think I was 8 or something at the time. Hasn't necessarily been, I'm not going to start slandering the politics or whatever, but hasn't necessarily been the best up until recently. And so I feel like his lack of decision making has definitely panicked people in the UK. And so obviously, a lot of the world has been a lot of panic buying, it's just been panic in general. And so it's basically gone to anarchy at this point. But one of the things he did say was about a week ago that there is a high possibility people who are high risk, so people over 75 I think it is, people with health conditions or people who usually get the flu vaccine, so pregnant women, asthmatics, people with CF, people with COPD, organ failure, people with cancer, so autoimmune disorder, will probably go into isolation for 12 weeks. So that's added a whole new stress onto me. And I recently did a video on how I did a little haul and a little storage video on how I'm trying to prepare for that, because there is a very high chance that people in those categories will literally just go into lockdown soon. So, and also I don't really want to be leaving the house when all this shit's going on anyway, so that's fun. That isn't stressful at all. So yeah, I've got this little studio flat that I can't really leave at the moment. I'm just trying to keep myself occupied so I don't go insane. I'm pretty, introverted anyway, so it's not really a big problem for me. I can go days without seeing people and I'm chill, a phone call is good for me. But I know people who are extroverts or ambiverts and I know this is really hard on them, so I'm sorry if you're in that boat. And I am still getting social contact. I call people, my boyfriend is still visiting every 2 to 3 days a week, so that's that's nice, because I feel as much as Johnson wants to be nobody socialise, especially when you're a uni student and you're living alone and you're in a studio flat, I would not see anybody for the next 3 months if he didn't come round. So sometimes it is a bit necessary, and especially for those people in care. I know his mum's a carer as well, and so yeah, I feel I know it's to try and save people, but especially those like, well, she's a carer for people with terminal illnesses, it's needed because it's a very hard time in some sense. So yeah, social distancing, try and social distance to the best of your ability, but I do understand that there are special circumstances in which you probably do need to go and see people, because as much as I say I'm an introvert, I would go insane if I didn't see anybody for 3 months. I'm trying to think of what else is new. Uni closed. Uni finally closed Tuesday, I think it was. It's Saturday now. I'm already losing track of time. So yeah, it's Saturday now, and so I had a few little get-togethers, and I mean, like little, there's 4 of us here, where we just had a few drinks, we all had a pizza, that kind of thing, to say goodbye, because this is probably the last time we'll see each other for the next 6 months now. For people who don't know how UK universities work, you usually do about 6 months of studying and then 6 months back at home. That's including like winter break. Yeah, so this is probably the last time I'm going to see my friends in about 6 months. Obviously we've got Skype and Snapchat and WhatsApp and stuff like that, so it's not too bad. I definitely could be in a worse situation, and luckily my boyfriend does live in Notts anyway, or just outside Notts, so it's not that hard for us to see each other still. But yeah, that was hard as well, saying goodbye to those like a lot earlier than we were expecting. We were planning to break up May, I think May was like when our last exams and stuff were, so yeah, that was hard. At 11 o'clock. The fact that I'm out of bed before 11 as well is a fucking miracle at this point. Finding a job as well. So this whole year so far, so since September, August, I've been trying to find a new job here in Notts. That's gone out the window because I can't leave because I'm high risk. So I'm now going to spend this time trying to find work on the internet, which is great. I definitely, it's that, or I just need to start saving like shit, because I need to move out after Virgin and I need monies to do that. So watch out for some finance videos coming soon, because, you know, need to make that content if I ever get more than 1 subscriber. So, also it's just a bit of fun, like making these videos, it's keeping my mind off things. But yeah, that's been a huge thing for my anxiety recently. But yeah, I don't know if these are going to be daily, I don't know if this even made sense. But hope I enjoyed this little update later on in the future, and I hope you enjoyed this little update. I think that's about it, really. Goodbye.